When is your time, it does not matter who fights you. They will not win. Nobody can fight you in your time and win. It's impossible. When is your time, the stars fight for you. The moon fights for you. The sun fights for you. When is your time, even the earth will fight for you. They will command the wind to strike you. The wind will refuse. Why? Is your time. Ordinances will know. Elements will know that is her time. Is his time.
Are you tired of fighting battles that never seem to end? What if the universe is currently fighting for you, and you just don't know the prophetic signs of your appointed time? Apostle Mzwakhe Tancredi drops a bold declaration. Nobody can fight you in your time and win. It's impossible. In Judges 5 verse 20, the prophetess Deborah sang, "The stars in their courses fought against Sisera." That's prophetic warfare at its highest level, a time when God commands the heavens to intervene on your behalf. By the end of this commentary, I will unlock 9 prophetic dream signs that confirm your season of breakthrough is here, and I'll show you the one trap that can cause you to miss your green light. The apostle's opening is a powerful success in prophetic faith, declaring, "Nobody can fight you in your time and win." This affirms the sovereignty of God's timing, establishing a spiritual principle. When your season arrives, heaven and earth, the stars, the moon, and the elements, are mandated to cooperate with your destiny. He correctly points to the cosmic reality that the universe recognizes God's decree over your life. This echoes the Old Testament principle where God commands nature to interfere for his people. We see this in Joshua 10 verse 13, when the sun stood still to give Israel time to defeat their enemies. This kind of divine alignment means your success is not dependent on human effort alone, but on cosmic decree. Yet we must be careful not to confuse divine timing with spiritual passivity. The failure is when believers use, "It's my time," as an excuse to stop fighting. The cosmos may be aligned, but you still need to show up on the battlefield. But think about it, the Israelites were commanded to march around Jericho. God had already decreed the city would fall, it was their time, but they still had to march for 7 days and shout, Joshua 6. The walls didn't fall on their own. The real-life relatable example is the entrepreneur who quits networking because the market will fight for me, only to watch the season pass them by while another, more aggressive competitor seizes the opportunity. If the forces of nature are fighting for you, shouldn't you at least pick up your sword? What if your greatest enemy in this appointed season is simply procrastination, assuming the breakthrough will walk itself into your living room?
Number one sign that shows is your time is when you are dreaming and you see a big clock. Alternatively, somebody is giving you a gift and that gift is a watch or a timepiece. So if you are dreaming and Apostle Miz Mzwakhe Tancredi is giving you a watch or a timepiece as a gift, in the spirit, God is saying to you, is your time, is your season. Many people will usually dream, and in the dream, they are actually being asked, what time is it in the dream? And in the dream, they are not able to answer. You see, it's one thing to dream and you are asking, what time is it? Right? And somebody now is asking you. Those dreams, they mean two different things. Because they speak of two different situations. So if you are being asked, is your time. Number two, you know is your time when, if you are a woman, you see yourself giving birth to a baby. I didn't say pregnant. That is a different interpretation altogether. You are in hospital, you know you are not pregnant, you know you are not expecting, but in the dream you are giving birth to what? To a baby. Now, if you are a man, you see yourself carrying a newborn baby. Is your time. Because that then now speaks of your season of joy, joy unspeakable. You have entered a season of happiness, a season of blessings. It is no longer a thing of it shall happen. God is saying it's already taking shape. You have been waiting all along, but now you are about to handle that which you have been waiting for. that which you have been praying for. Therefore, it is your time.
The apostle provides two immediate, high-impact signs. The success of the clock/watch and the new birth is their clarity. A timepiece directly confirms the alignment of your human clock with God's divine clock. Your wait is over. He is also careful to distinguish between being pregnant, a season of development and waiting, and giving birth, a season of manifestation and tangible joy, reinforcing that the painful waiting is over and results are here. This signifies moving from expectation to handling the answered prayer. On the other side of this truth, we must remember that manifestation is just the beginning of the assignment. The failure is assuming delivery is the finish line. Still, we must consider that movement is necessary even after delivery. Exodus 1 verses 15 to 20 shows the Hebrew midwives immediately receiving a blessing from God after they delivered the babies. The birth was the beginning of their new, blessed assignment. The real-life relatable example is the aspiring artist who finally finishes their project, the birth. They celebrate, but fail to realize the baby is the completed work that now needs to be released and nurtured, the assignment of marketing and follow-through. What if the big clock you saw in the dream is ticking down to a major deadline you must prepare for, not just a celebration? Are you so focused on the joy of the birth that you are unprepared for the immediate responsibility of raising the baby?
Number 3, when you see yourself sailing, you are on a boat or you are in a ship, it does not matter. Listen, it's not always the case where you have to be the one, driving in that sense or being the captain of the... No. As long as you see yourself sailing or you are in a ship, and that dream means different things. Sometimes it could mean that it's your time. God is bringing a new relationship. God is bringing new connections, divine connections, or you're about to travel. Listen, but in a nutshell, that dream means it's your time. Number 4, new tooth coming out. When you see a new tooth coming out, on you, not on somebody else, it is a sign of a new beginning, a new season, a new face, but a face that will bring joy. Number 5, this is very, very important. Taking an exam, receiving results in the very same dream, and you have passed the exam or test. Many people will see themselves taking the exam or the test and not finish. It means a different thing. Some, they will wait for their results and wake up before they receive their results. But if you then see yourself submitting and then you are given your results and you have passed the exam or the test, it is your time. You have something to shout about.
These 3 signs, sailing, new tooth, and passing an exam, collectively represent progression and validation, which is a powerful success in dream interpretation. Sailing represents a journey of momentum, confirming you are no longer stagnant but being transported toward your destiny, often with new, divine connections. The new tooth symbolizes renewed strength, wisdom, or authority needed for the new phase. Passing the exam is the definitive validation that a season of testing and evaluation is over, giving you the certification for the next level. However, Scripture also shows us that passing one test only qualifies you for a greater one. The failure is celebrating the end of the test rather than preparing for the promotion it unlocks. But think about it. Jesus passed his test in the wilderness, Matthew 4 verses 1 to 11, but immediately launched into a ministry that led to constant spiritual warfare and ultimately the cross. Passing the test simply means you are qualified for a greater fight. The real-life relatable example is the student who passes their final certification, the exam, but then stops studying and is immediately outpaced by the rapidly changing industry. The sailing vessel needs a constant captain, not just a passenger, to steer through the waves of opportunity. What if the ship you are sailing on is headed toward a mission, and the new connections are meant to be your crew for the battle? Are you celebrating the end of the test, or are you preparing for the weight of the promotion that the test unlocks?
Number 6, when you see yourself buying bread or somebody giving you bread. Of course, bread speaks of many things. As we all know, speaks of a season of abundance. But the same dream also means is your time. Remember, how did Ruth end up in Bethlehem again? Remember, Naomi had left, but ended up with Ruth because bread was now available in Bethlehem. The Lord had visited what? Bethlehem. And there was now what? Bread. And it was what? A season that God has now introduced. But for who and to who? Ruth. He did it through who? Naomi. When you are purchasing a puppy or you are surrounded by baby dogs, your season of crying and sorrow is over. Baby dogs, puppies surrounding you, or rather you are purchasing a new puppy. Somebody's gifting you, giving you a puppy as a gift. It's a new season for you. It is your time. Number 8, every time you see yourself harvesting, you're in a field and you're harvesting. And sometimes you don't necessarily have to harvest. You can be unplucking fruits that are ripe. And also, you can be seeing flowers blooming. That is also an indication of a new season and your time has come. Number 9, when you are by the robot and it's green. It's like you're in a dream and you're driving and all of a sudden you are by the traffic light and the traffic light says green. Or you were coming like this and when you came to the traffic light, it just turned green. Or you found it green. Right at that moment, you should know. Because when it's red, it means a different thing. When it is orange, it means a different thing. But when it is green, dense. When you wake up there, hey, stretch yourself like a child of a king. Start walking like you have a spring under your leg. Square your shoulders. Hey, it's about to happen, and it shall not be otherwise.
This final set of signs, bread, puppies, harvest, and green light, is the perfect encapsulation of provision, comfort, fruitfulness, and mandated movement. This is a massive success in prophetic confirmation, telling the believer to act. The bread signifies tangible provision, a clear reference to Ruth 1 verse 6, where the Lord visited Bethlehem with bread, compelling Ruth's move. The puppies/blooming flowers signal the definitive end of the dry season and sorrow. The green light is the final, undeniable mandate. The delay is over, the way is clear, go. The apostle tells us to dance and square your shoulders, which implies immediate action and confidence. Still, we must consider the urgency of the green light. The failure is treating the green light as a license to coast or an eternal signal. Every traffic light changes. The Israelites were given the harvest in the promised land, Deuteronomy 6 verse 11, but they still had to maintain the land and fight the remaining enemies. The provision does not guarantee permanence without effort. A real-life relatable example is the person who gets the dream of the green light, a major job offer, but delays signing the contract out of fear or wanting to wait on God more. The moment will pass and the light will turn red again. What if the green light only lasts 30 seconds? Are you prepared to move immediately? Are you dancing now, or are you preparing to drive through the open door before the red light returns? The apostle leaves us with the anchor of confidence. Square your shoulders. Hey, is about to happen and it shall not be otherwise. Beloved, we've unmasked the 9 unstoppable signs of your season. The clock, the new baby, the sailing ship, and the undeniable green light. You now know that when it's your time, the earth fights for you, and your season of sorrow is officially over. If this message has given you the courage to embrace your time, stop hesitating and start driving. Share it with another person who is still waiting for their sign. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. May your green light never turn red.